What's up, fellas? So I had a loyal patron supporter that wanted to know how to get over an ex. So as y'all guys seen in my previous video, I made a video about how long will it take a woman to get over an attachment. And so I had a smart brother who came right behind that, which is a good question, and wanted to know how to get over his ex, because let's just face the facts, guys. Whether she come back and submit is 50-50. It's 50-50 that if you get your ex back. All right? So if you watch that video, I gave you some good odds and scenarios of getting your girl back. But at the end of the day, we got to have a contingency plan. At the end of the day, we got to face the facts. She might not come back. So, obviously, this brother here has did what I told him and walked away. And he was smart enough to recognize that from listening to what AMS is saying on this video, it's a very good chance my ex might not come back. Okay? So I want to get into how to get over the ex because, like I tell you guys, you have to act as if she's not coming back. Do not be sitting your ass in the house, looking at a clock and looking at a calendar, striking off days till your ex is going to come back. We just got to face the facts. We got to move on. She want to come back and suck a whole lot of dick, then by all means, you can come back. But if you're going to come back with that same funk ass attitude or whatever the fuck you were doing before, no thank you, ma'am. Because guys, being in a relationship with a woman that won't submit, it's just no fun. A man has to have the power in the relationship because a woman has too much power in the sexual market value place. You just can't compete with a woman in the sexual market value place, so she has to submit. If you take a 8, 9, or 10 on the sexual market value place compared to a man who's 6'5", 8% body fat, and makes $2 million a year, she still can attract more guys than that guy can. Even with all that what he got going on. If a 9 get on Tinder or Hinge, she's going to get more matches than that dude. I don't know what else you want me to say, guys. I don't know what you want me to say. That dude is going to get way more options than the average guy. Yes. But compared to a 9 or a 10, which is the level that he's on, he's not going to get more approaches, more. If he posts a profile on Instagram and she posts a profile on Instagram, more guys are going to get in her DMs than women are going to get in his DMs. I bet you, if you take a super hot, popular Instagram model who's on social media with 3-4 million followers, just an Instagram girl, I guarantee you she probably gets more DMs from men and women than the top rapper. Who is that? Bad Bunny? Is that the top guy now? Right? I think he done took over the spot from Drake. I guarantee you that if you check that super hot Instagram model's DMs, she still gets more options than the top entertainer in the world. So we have to have the power in the relationship because in the sexual market value place, the woman has too much power. Okay? So she has to submit to us. All right? It's no fun if she has it. You might as well be single if your woman hasn't submitted to you. Okay? And when I say submissive, guys, I don't mean she's bringing you her slippers in her mouth. I just mean she lets you lead. Let's get that understood right now. You dominatrix, overpowering, dictatorship motherfuckers. I told you guys relationship is about compromise. I just mean she lets you lead. That's what I mean. All right, guys. So let's get into this, how to get over an ex. Number one, and I made a short video about this about 3 years ago, about this first one, but I want to include it since I'm doing the whole video this time, completed. Number one, guys, it's going to take time. I don't know what else to tell you guys. You cannot expect to get over a girl that you was in a relationship with for 3 years in 3 weeks. It just can't happen. It's probably going to take you at least a year to get over this girl. Time. Now, what that is about, that's about discipline. So I used to talk shit about the retention boys. And I think all y'all guys remember me talking about the retention boys. But now I have a fondness for the retention boys or semen retention or whatever, because semen retention teaches one thing that I do think comes from it, and it teaches discipline. So while I don't believe semen retention is going to give you goddamn gold hair, and you ain't going to be able to fly like a pony, like some of you motherfuckers seem to think, it's not going to increase your 40-yard dash to 4.2, like some of you sons of bitches think. Your dick ain't going to grow 6 inches longer, like some of you motherfuckers think. But one thing I will give it is it teaches discipline. So you know what? I am a proponent of semen retention. And if nothing else, it gives you discipline. If you're a guy that can restrain from jacking off for 3 months, 6 months, or whatever, then you can restrain from calling an ex. And so one thing about discipline, guys, is it takes confidence in your ability to have discipline. That makes sense to you guys? So a lot of you guys have no confidence in your abilities to achieve discipline. Right? And what semen retention can make you do is you say, man, I went 6 months without jerking off. I went a whole year without jerking off. Well, if I can go a whole year without jerking off, then surely I can go a whole year without caving in and calling my ex back. Because once you realize, it's sort of like if you once y'all guys start a diet, it's sort of like if you don't cheat, like if you can keep your cheat days to just Sunday, you start saying to yourself, man, I can't believe I got the discipline to go 6 days without eating anything sweet. I got the discipline to go without 6 days without eating anything fried. And so you start to have confidence in your abilities to achieve discipline. Whereas before, when a lot of you guys would cave in and call your ex back and stuff like that, a lot of that just comes from you don't have no confidence in your discipline abilities. If you somebody who can achieve 7-8% body fat and you not an ectomorph, you start to realize, man, I can do any damn thing I put my mind to. And I give y'all guys another example. Y'all guys remember how I told y'all guys all my life I would start something and quit? And I told y'all guys that I did not start to complete tasks or things I started until I got that personal trainer certification. Up to that point in my life, anything I started, I quit it. Went to Job Corps, quit. Enrolled in college, stayed like a semester, quit. Everything, what else I done? I done did a whole bunch, man. Pretty much anything else I done in my life where I started, one thing you can count on me doing is, I'm going to quit it. I'm missing something. Oh, enrolled to go get my AC refrigeration license, right? This is in New York City at Apex. Enrolled, had the start day and everything. Didn't even show up. That was the story of my life. I'm quite sure if I sat down here and think of some more shit, I could think of some more shit. I done quit more shit than that. Pretty much anything I ever started, I quit it. It wasn't until I got my personal trainer certification and got that was when I started completing shit. Why do I tell y'all guys that? Because that gave me the confidence, that one little certification that I studied for about 8 months, give or take, That gave me the confidence that, man, you can finish something once you start it. And I believe discipline is the same way. I believe once you achieve one small thing that requires discipline, I think that you can achieve something else. And so me, when I had decided to become a personal trainer, when I had decided to cut the fried foods out and the sweets and stuff like that to lose weight leading up to becoming a personal trainer, that discipline went into me achieving the personal trainer certification. See, one thing leads to another. And I don't kind of got on a little tangent, but I just want to make my point about discipline. This time shit is a matter of discipline. I have no magic tricks. So if it takes semen retention to achieve that discipline, I don't give a fuck what it takes. You need to have discipline in your life. Don't ask me how the fuck I got on my AC refrigeration license. I have no fucking idea, but I'm back on track now. I have no idea how the fuck I went down that rabbit hole and talking about AC refrigeration license and personal training certification, but y'all guys get my point. Y'all know how I am when I start rambling. I'll be talking about the African slave trade in a minute. Y'all know how I am. I start over here, and somewhere I end up left, and I end up over here. I'm gonna be talking about the prison industrial complex in a minute. I have no fucking idea how I got on that, but y'all guys follow me. Y'all know how I am. All right, next, guys. Remember the bad times. We remember all the blowjobs, right? We remember all the peace and quiet. We remember the neck massages. We remember hitting it from the back. We remember all that. We remember going to her family house, and she came to my folks' house, and we had Christmas together. Everybody sang Kumbaya around the table. Or I don't know. I think Kumbaya is that. I don't know. Is that? I think that's. I don't know. But is that Christmas or is that Jewish? I don't know. But y'all guys get what I'm saying. But we don't remember the bullshit fights. We don't seem to remember the time where we wanted to fuck and she turned her back and went to sleep. We don't seem to remember the time where you gave you the silent treatment for a goddamn 3 weeks. We don't remember that. We don't remember the time when we was watching the Bears game and this bitch brought her ass in the house starting to fight by some damn I left my shoes on the bathroom floor. Yeah, we don't seem to remember that. We don't remember her ex-boyfriend texting her out the blue and she told him to stop calling instead of just blocking his number. She told me something, I tell him to stop calling, and you looking at her like, what the you could just block. Yeah, we seen all that. Just all we remember is teabagging and blowjobs and all the nice walks in the park we had swinging. We never remember the bullshit. You remember when you went to work, you were mad because this bitch had started some silly fight last night about you left a dish in the sink? And when she woke up this morning, she gave you the silent treatment because you left a dish in the sink and ruined your whole fucking day over a dish in the sink? Guys, you got to take those rose-colored glasses off and remember that you broke up for a reason. If the motherfucker was perfect, y'all would still be together. So try to remember the bad times also, not just sitting around fantasizing about all those good blowjobs and all the when y'all did have good times sitting on the couch. Remember the bullshit too. Yeah, that always gets lost in translation. Nobody ever remembers that. Everybody always remember the good. When people talk about Michael Jordan, do people remember Michael Jordan was getting his ass? So everybody try to compare, oh, Michael was the GOAT, and Mike is the GOAT, right? But let's not act like Isaiah Thomas wasn't dumping him on his ass before they started winning. Let's not act like Larry Bird wasn't sweeping his ass out the playoffs. All everybody remember is the 6 championships. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was watching the Bulls when Detroit Pistons was knocking Michael Jordan on his ass. Oh, that was Michael Jordan never did that. Michael Jordan did not score 50 points every fucking game. He had off games too. The Bulls did not win 70 games every fucking year. Yeah, we remember that year. But there was some years that they won 40, 50, 55. They lost fucking games too. But whenever everybody think about Michael Jordan, it's like he won every game. He never missed a shot. He never did a turnover. Like, what the fuck? Now, I believe Michael Jordan is the GOAT, but let's not act like he was perfect. And that's what happens when we look back at our past relationships. We act like the girl was perfect. Quite frankly, that bitch probably should be gone. Next, guys, gotta have purpose. Guys, listen here. Fuck what anybody told you. Uncle AMS finna give it to you straight. Somewhere in this shit, purpose comes into play. I don't care what nobody tell you. If you get stagnant in your earning potential, a woman can get with you and you're making 60,000, 50,000, whatever, right? It don't matter. And that's fine. A woman will build with you as long as she see you working towards something. But if you get stagnant in a relationship, this is what I would tell you. I'm not saying a woman will break up with you for getting stagnant in your earning potential. What I'm saying is they weigh it in the equation when they get ready. When she's broke up with you, she weighs that. She weighs that. Oh, okay, I give it. Well, he's only making 60,000. That weighs in there. The reason why I want you to get on your purpose is not only is it going to make you feel better about yourself and maintaining the next chick, right? But also it's going to keep you busy, right? And it's going to make, okay, so you had a girl leave you, right? She didn't come back. Somewhere in the back of your psychology, you got to think to yourself, man, if I was making $700,000 a year, would she come back? You take that ass whooping and you say, okay, going forward. And I think I seen Andrew Tate had a little small clipping about this on YouTube. I saw that clip and he's exactly right. Where he was talking about you take that heartbreak and you grind your ass. And he's exactly right. I've said it in the past too. That you take that and you say to myself, no girl will ever leave me again for finances. Because somewhere in there, that weighs into the equation. Because if you was a heart surgeon making $700,000-$800,000 a year and y'all had a breakup, I can almost certainly guarantee you she would call you back. So not only is getting on your purpose going to keep you busy, it's going to make you feel good about yourself, improve your self-confidence, because you know that, hey, man, I got a little complacent. And listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not buying that a guy was on his purpose, unless you're just a terrible guy, that a woman left a man that's on his purpose. I'm not going to buy that. Because if you're on your purpose and you're moving in the right direction, a woman will more than build with you, but she got to see that effort. I'm having a hard time believing that if a guy was on his purpose, a woman is not come out. That's not what I've seen. Now, you could be totally lacking in other areas, right? You could be a pushover. You could be weak. You could be, terrible, just not sexually compatible. All that's true. But all things even, guys, let's assume that those are not the issues. I'm having a hard time believing that a woman is leaving a guy who's a year from graduating med school. I'm not buying it. I'm having a hard time believing that a woman is leaving a guy who's 6 months from getting his law degree. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time believing that a woman just left a guy who just got his 5th real estate property. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that shit. I'm having a hard time believing a woman is about to leave a guy who is 3 months from entering the NBA draft and he's projected to go in the 1st or 2nd round. I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying it. I am not buying that shit. Nope. Or you just entering your last year of college and people are projecting you to go, she'll wait that year. So I'm not buying it. At some way in there, purpose mattered. The point being is, guys, the thing that helps you get over breakups the most is knowing that you're doing things that assures that it'll never happen again. The point is, you learn from your mistakes and you say, man, I was not on my purpose. The best thing to make you get over some shit like that is saying, I'm putting steps in place to know that this shit would never happen again. No woman would ever leave me again because I was stagnant in my earning potential. When you make mistakes and you are doing things to ensure that they never happen again, that's what makes you feel better. When you make a mistake and you aren't doing things to improve that, that's when it lingers because you're not rectifying the problem. So, purpose, guys. Not only will it kill time to keep your mind busy so you don't get weak, but it also makes you feel better that, man, no woman would ever leave me. Girls are going to continuously leave me, guys, because I won't commit. And y'all guys got to understand, I'm a lot older than some of you guys. That's not going to fly with me. So I know that and I accept that. If I was out here dating 21-year-olds, then that's different. But I'm out dating 32, 33, 35-year-old women and shit. That's not going to fly. And I accept that. So it don't matter if I make $5 million a year. At some point, every woman I deal with is probably going to leave. I can even go slightly younger than that, probably 27, 28. Those women are not going to be my rotation chick for 12 years. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They'll probably do it. They might do it 5 years. But I know at some point they're going to realize, man, I'm just getting old. This guy won't commit to me. He's wasting all my prime years. I got to keep it moving. And I accept that. But for you guys that are about relationships, particularly my purple pill guys, my guys who want relationships, you have to ensure things. And one way to ensure things is by being on your purpose and increasing that income to where a woman would never leave you. I'm not buying that a woman is going to leave a goddamn endocrinologist. I'm not buying it. You just have to be terrible at every other facet. I'm not buying that a woman gonna leave an endocrinologist. I'm just not gonna buy it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Will a woman probably leave a family doctor or your primary care doctor? Yeah, their income ain't crazy. But once you start talking about these specialists, no, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Next, guys, social life of abundance. Now, the reason why I say that, guys, is because when you get in a relationship, it's natural to have one-itis, right? If you're a purple pill guy, I advocate one-itis because my thing is, if you're going to be in a relationship, be in a relationship. If you're going to cheat, just stay single. So if you're in a relationship, have one-itis. If you're not ready to fully commit to a woman and be with just that one woman, then just say, hey, I like to take my time. I don't like to rush into no things, and she either can leave or go. But I don't buy. So the point is, you should be in one-itis. When I was in relationships, guys, I swear for God, I ain't see other women. I was happy with my girl. I didn't even want no other women. It seemed like other women didn't even exist. I swear for God, I don't even remember women. When I was in relationships, when I was in love in my early 20s, it seemed like it was 4 billion guys and one girl on this earth. I literally not even see other women. I didn't have no energy for other women. The point being is, when you're in a relationship, you're going to get one-itis. You should have one-itis. The problem is, when you break up, you still got one-itis. So now I need to get you out of that one-itis, and I need you to get back out, and now you can see the other girls. When you have a girl, for all my guys who don't say, man, AMS, I ain't gonna never be in one-itis. Listen, guys, let me explain something to you. I tell you guys not to get attached to a woman, and I hold firm to that. But every guy on here, every guy should experience love at least once in their life. If you haven't experienced love once in your life, I feel sorry for you. Love is a good thing. Okay? And so when you do love a woman, you're going to have one-itis. When you do love a woman, other women just don't care. It seems like every other woman is a 5 and your girl is a dime. That's what I remember when I was in love. It seemed like I got the baddest chick in the world, and every other woman like, y'all look like my sister. Y'all look like my little cousin. Y'all just look ugly. Y'all just look unattractive to me. That's how love should feel. Other women should be obsolete to you. Fast forward, y'all broke up. Now I need you to get back to seeing that, you know what, she's not the only woman. If you go and live in your house, that one-itis now becomes a detriment to where when you was in a relationship, it was a good thing. I consider having one-itis in a relationship, I consider that a good thing. Especially if you're a man who has a high sexual market value. Because it's easy for you to cheat. And I don't want you guys cheating. The reason I don't want you guys cheating is not that I'm getting on some moral shit. Why bother? Why deal with the stress? Cheating is stressful. If you want to cheat, go home and tell your girl, listen, I want to see other people. We need to have an open relationship. And cheat, and it's not cheating, but I just want to make my point, and cheat in peace. Cheat in peace. Guys, being sneaky and shit and having to have your phone off and all that sneaking around. Man, if y'all guys used to watch American Most Wanted, whenever they caught the person they was looking for, usually what the person said was, what took y'all so long? Because they were so tired of sneaking around that they almost felt relieved to get caught by the police. Sneaking around and all that shit, man, that shit is stressful. You add an undue stress to your life. You go to a restaurant. I remember when I was, and everything I tell y'all guys, it comes from life experience. I think sometimes y'all guys think I just lay in bed and dream of theories. No, I've cheated before. That's why I can sit here and tell you. So when I was in Alabama, and I'm trying to cheat with this chick, I done took this bitch we done drove 45 minutes to another town to go on a date because I'm trying to cheat and get away with it. Just silly shit like this. I took this bitch way to Millbrook, which was about 45 minutes away from my hometown. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, on one of my tangents again. I got to snap back to reality. I'm coming back, guys. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm back. The point being, guys, is now I need to get you out of that one-itis. So get out, live a social life of abundance. If you just had a breakup with your woman, unless you own your purpose or something like that, If you're on your purpose Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I need you to have a social life of abundance. I need that balance from you. I understand if you're on your purpose, you can't go out like that during the week, and I understand that. But Saturday and Sunday, we got to get some balance in and live a social life of abundance to break that one-itis. Because if you were in a loving relationship, you're going to have one-itis. Next, guys, cut off all communication. This one is important because women are notoriously known for friend zoning guys. What do I mean by that? Women want to torment you. I don't have no other way to say it. A woman, you will have a girlfriend, y'all broken up, she'll call you, and you knew not to call her. She'll call you, and I don't even advocate for this. I advocate during a breakup that you let her say something about when we're going to see each other again. Because if you bring it up, technically, even though she called you first, you end up now you're giving her the power, even though she called you first. The thing is, after a breakup and she calls you, you still have to wait till she say, hey, can I see you or something like that? And then you hit her with the, how you going to make it up to me, right? But some guys jumped the gun and she called, and before she even can ask, when can I see you again? They're like, hey, can we meet up? You thinking like I did enough by waiting for her to call me first. No, you still need her to ask when she can't see you again, and you hit her, how you going to make this up to me? But also, what'll happen is, guys will ask the girl out, and she like, I'm busy Friday. I'm busy. So she won't make a date. So you say, cool, boom, no problem. I'm moving on. 2-3 days later, 4 days later, she hit you up again, or a week later, she hit you up again, just talking a bunch of nonsense, small talk. You ask her, hey, can I see you again? And she busy again. Essentially, now she's trying to friend zone you. And you'll see this with girls that you casually date also. You'll go on a date with them. They'll call and text, but they won't never set another date. But they want to talk and text back and forth. She's trying to friend zone you. What that friend zone does is sexually frustrates you and keeps you occupied, her occupied on your mind. So in this extreme situation where you have this ex that's doing this, you have to cut off all communications. I wouldn't block her. I wouldn't block her. But what I will do is, don't ask her anything back. So she calling you, she texting you, and she asking you questions. Hey, how your day going? Hey, it's going good. I hope yours is also. See, you're not engaging in the conversation. You engage the conversation by asking her something back, and then she asks you something back. No, this is a one-sided conversation. But we don't want to sound bitter, so we want to put happy on the end. Hey, my day is going fine. I hope yours is too. So you don't want to be cold and dry like a cold dick. Like, oh, it's going fine, and just leave it at that. So you want to say, I hope yours is also, or too. The point being is, if she want to have this one-sided conversation with herself, she can. But I'm not finna engage this conversation with her. The reason I don't want you guys to block her is because you're going to be giving up a whole lot of blowjobs if you do. Because it's very likely that she's going to break. So I don't want y'all guys to fuck your blowjobs up, because she's going to have to suck a whole lot of dick. She's going to have to suck a whole lot of dick. So don't do that. The whole point is, don't let her friend zone you too and keep you in this sexual frustration jail to where she's talking to you. I don't know if I ever told y'all guys this or not. I think I might have said this in a video. The Sunday chick tried to do this. She tried to do this. Calling me, talking about escrow and all this other bullshit. She tried to do this. The Sunday chick tried to friend zone me like that. And she eventually found herself having a one-sided conversation. And she moved on by her business. I said, this bitch is trying to friend zone me. The infamous Sunday chick tried to friend zone me. And she knew I was a dating coach. This just goes to show you how crazy and delusional women are. You know I teach the shit, and yet you still trying to friend zone me. But anyway, guys, cut off communication. Okay? So I'm going to stop it right there. This is 35 minutes. So I'll do the part 2 to this next time. I'll do it because I got 6 more. I'm not finna do an hour and 15-minute video. That's just stupid. All right, so I'll finish these next week. All right, I'll see you guys next time.